Making the invisible visible. Black women, 365 days of the year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
My name's Heather Paul. I live in Leeds. I was born in Leeds. I'm a Black woman, Caribbean heritage, and love my blackness. In terms of what I do in the world, I've done a lot of things in the world, but I think the golden thread is to connect with people with kindness, particularly people with our background. And in terms of taking people with us when we have ideas, for me that's important, to let people see where they can be, where they can achieve what they can do, and not be pushed down to the ground in terms of the stereotypes. Being an educator, it's interesting. My mother was a head teacher, so I never wanted to be an educator. And I've gone full circle. I think all the jobs I've done have ended up with an educational piece or project or dynamic part of it. And I think for me, education is important, whatever type of education you decide that you want to do. It's about informing yourself and changing your mindset, being open to different perspectives. I bring myself into the room. I let people know who I am. I let people know that it's important to respect each other and that I will respect them, and that in terms of educating, if you don't understand something, to tackle the issue, be calm and try and resolve whatever difficulties and challenges you're having around that. What matters most for me in my work is that people think about what difference they're going to make. I think working in education, particularly in the university, as we know, there's lots of research that goes on. For me, it's the so what difference is it going to make to communities who historically are still not getting access to lots of services, lots of opportunities. So that's what makes a difference for me, that I can contribute to something that's going to make a difference and have some impact, and people actually feel it, see it, and want to be part of it. I think for me, I grew up through a Saturday school, and at the time I just thought it was joyous to be around people that looked like me, be taught by people that looked like myself, and to learn so much about the history. I bring that into the spaces where I am in terms of whatever I'm doing, and one of the things that shaped me was being in a position when I worked for a local authority, I was quite a senior manager, and creating a leadership academy. And creating a leadership academy for the authority and its partners, but also a leadership academy dynamic for Black people within those organisations. It's so important to have that space where you can discuss the issues, the challenges, find strategies to overcome them, because it's not impossible as long as you've got a network of people to support you. And it changed my thought significantly about it's important to make people know they can lead. We can all lead. Leadership is at all levels, but I think we grow up in a society that puts people into boxes. We're not in a box. We know what we're doing. In fact, we're multi-talented, and very often, because we're so diversely talented, people are fearful of us. I think for me, there's plenty of stories. So in terms of a habit, I have a habit of being quiet and observing people, because communication is also not about voice sometimes. And then being kind with a question and concern that I will ask. And a lot of people know me like that, and they'll say, how did you know that? Why? And I think you have to sometimes take time to just witness what's going on around you. Read the room, read the body language, but also how people respond or don't respond. I think it's so important. So for me, it takes time, but it constructs a talent for coaching, for teaching, for just being part of a network of family, being that listener. Celebrating the joys. I do a lot of support to other women and men who are experiencing difficulties, challenges, and try to help them to find their own strategies within their own personality. And for me, when that happens and they're able to say, guess what? Yep, that's the joy. It takes a lot for individuals to actually stay well in these organisations that we exist and work in. So it's important that we surround ourselves with like-mindedness. And for me, working currently in a senior leadership team of all people of colour is joyous. It's also, you can just be who you are, and we are super creative when we come together. So for me, that's joyous, and it helps my well-being. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the invisible visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.